So we're about ready to get started. We're with the next match, the Women's Open match.
And we've got some excitement here. We're going to be watching. So these ladies are taking to the stage here, and we see that we've got Resa Combs shooting, and she is facing off against, and I apologize for the slight delay here.
Jamilee Moore and Resa Combs.
There we go.
Jamilee
sure
Moore.
Chuck has better eyes than I do, apparently.
So that's Resa.
So that's Resa, and she's got Crystal Govan behind her in the coach's box, where Jamilee has Cara Kelly behind her, two outstanding women that are supporting these shooters.
Right, and we should talk about the coach's box a little bit there. The coach's box, that's where you can bring in an archer, somebody to kind of talk you off the ledge, more or less, in between ends. I think Cara's going to be interviewing with Roth.
Absolutely,
here in a couple of
I
minutes.
just saw that, and so it looks like we've got somebody else in there for Jamilee. So who that is to her, we don't know just yet, but it's nice to see her having some support there.
So the Women's Open division, this is adult women shooting in the freestyle category in the non-professional format.
And left 9, it looks like for Jamilee.
Jamilee started off with a 9.
Got with me Cara Kelly. Cara's one of the leading pros on the women's circuit in both target archery and 3D archery.
Yes,
Welcome, Cara.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, we'll take a moment and talk about Jamilee's equipment. It looks like she's running a new Bowtech Fanatic and a CBE sight and scope. And what release? For shooting, it looks like we've got a true ball, HT tension release, and gold tip arrows. Very nice. Very nice looking setup in beautiful purple. Okay, and for Resa, describe your equipment if you would.
I shoot an OK archery bow. It's Absolute 35.
Okay. And they're out of Germany, I believe?
Yes, sir. We do have a U.S. distributor here.
Very nice, very nice. Pretty bow. It looks like she's running an AE Pro Blade, an Excel scope, and an Excel sight bar. Easton X7 arrows. And what release are you running? Stand shoot off release. Very nice. Well, let's see how things look. It looks like we've got a 31 to 29 for an opening end, with Resa taking the lead.
So Resa out to a good start, 31-29 over Jamilee.
And it'll be interesting to see how these ladies do now that we're going to apply the pressure a little bit. And with us right now, we're going to take a quick break from the match and turn it over to Dee Wild. We have the champion from our last set of matches. Hi, Dee, welcome.
Well, thank you very much.
Congratulations,
it's so nice to
buddy.
see you. Yes, congratulations.
Nice job.
Bad for an old dude.
Oh, you did just great.
I don't know about that, Dee.
They were very nice to me. I mean, the guys were great to shoot with, and
Well, you've
everything
shot with
worked
those
well.
guys before.
Yes, I have.
Been shooting against them for quite a while.
Yep. Yeah, I turned pro in 1986.
That's pretty awesome. You know, I was 9 then, so that's pretty impressive.
I referred to you yesterday as one of the OGs in the professional division. You helped launch the professional division way back when it was kind of brand new, and figured out that we needed to have that in our sport.
Yeah, there was no money in it then.
There's not a lot of money in it now, but there's guys making a living.
Yeah, that's what I mean is the guys are able to make a living. When the first time I won Vegas was the very first year it ever went to $2,500.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
$2,500, and now it's almost it's over $100,000 if you're shooting. Depending on the equipment, it's $50,000 to win that one. Heck, this one is $20,000 or so, isn't it, to win the Lancaster Classic?
In that category, yes.
Yeah.
I know Matthews has put up $10,000. I don't know what some of the other manufacturers have, but they're supporting it. In what's unique is it used to be that everybody looked at bow hunting as the deal, but because of growth and the anti-hunting situation in a lot of areas, target archery has really started to take off in the last couple of years, and it's the companies are recognizing that benefit of using those personnel,
They
whether it be
absolutely
like
are.
my sons Rio and Logan, or like Levi Morgan, the contracts he has. It's unbelievable.
Absolutely. So
Well-
tell us, we'd love to just give a little bit of advice out there to some of the younger shooters who may be watching you compete. You did a great job of recovering from a tough shot today. Could you tell everybody a little bit about how you do that?
Well, first off, is know that that's where the pin was when it went off, so you can't complain. It hit where I got in a bad car wreck in 2000, and it didn't manifest itself till 2005, and it did a lot of nerve damage to my bow arm. And when it decides to hit, there isn't a thing I can do about it.
It just goes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And so that's why the last 2 years I haven't shot a
Let's take a look
clean-
at her last shot here. Look at this. Bam.
Boom, right in the
Wow.
center.
That is dead center donut. I bet she wishes he had that shot for the $100 gift certificate, right?
Yes.
That was a beauty. What a good match we've got going on here. Only a 1-point spread between these two girls. Jamilee finished up here. So that's Resa. So Resa's best finish was 6th back in 2016. And then a 15 place finish last year, 17th place finish in 2017. Jamilee, who's on screen right now, 24th in 2017. She finished 13th, or she qualified in the 13th position for this year's event. And these ladies are putting on quite a show. This is quite impressive to see this whole setup, Dee.
Oh, it is. It's amazing. I mean, the work that this crew and the personnel have put in, it just makes it so special. Like I was telling, my sons and I have been here every year since it started.
15 years now.
15 years.
That's wonderful.
And when it started, there was 142 people.
That's amazing.
Now there's almost 1,500.
1,500. Can you
It's
believe it? Look at this
incredible.
facility. We're in a facility that's 7 acres under one roof.
Just
It's
amazing.
gigantic. Great score from these ladies coming out so far. 9-10-10 for Resa. Jamilee's going to answer here. Hopefully she can pound an 11 and get just a little bit of an edge going into that last end.
So Dee,
And
when
she
you
does. She's got the 11, a 1-point lead going into the last end. We'll let Rob kind of chat with the girls a little bit here as we close it out. Dee, I want to thank you very much for stopping by today.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Great job, buddy.
My pleasure.
See you on the
Thank
tour.
you,
And
thank you
she
for the
is
work.
Resa's advocate or coach in her box, we call it here. And I saw that you gave her a little bit of advice.
Yes, I told her she might want to adjust her sight a little.
Just a couple of clicks, maybe. Yeah, nice shooting. Nice shooting. I want to say a word about Kara. You have an organization, and you've
do.
worked very hard on behalf
That's
of lady archers
Yes.
and various women's causes.
Yes. Archer. It's all about her. So it's an honor to be up here with these ladies. I've had the pleasure of shooting at ASA Pro-Am with Jamilee. So congratulations on being here, and you're a wonderful shooter. And it's great to see women advancing in the sport, and we're excited to be able to help support that cause.
And what's the website?
www.womenarchers.com.
There we go.
Yep.
And you're also on Facebook, I know.
Oh yes, Instagram, Twitter, the whole nine.
Very good. Very good. Let's take a look at the scores. It looks like we've got a lead change with Jamilee Moore with that awesome end, taking a 1-point lead, 91-90. And this coming end will be the last one. So this is a very important end here. And Jamilee will be able to choose whether she wants to shoot first or second. She chooses to shoot first. Jamilee will lead off.
We'll face Ashley Ensley next. She qualified with an 876. So only a 1-point lead for Jamilee. She elects to go first, try to put the pressure on Resa here. And again, only 20 seconds to get the shot off. It's a solid 10. Resa with a low 9, so now a 2-point lead going into the second arrow. This is only Jamilee's second Lancaster shoot. Ooh, an 8.
Got an 8 to the left.
A wide 8. that changes everything.
And
A
we've
10.
got 10. It looks like it's
We have a
tie
tied
score.
match going into the last arrow. Talk about pressure here.
Absolutely.
Jamilee absolutely needs to recover here and pound a center 10.
Looks like we
She
have
gets
a
an
good
edgy
solid
10.
shot.
Looks like it's
Appears to be
probably
a
going to
10.
hold that 10 line. Resa needs a 10 to tie, an 11 to win, and it's a low 9.
It's just a little bit low.
Ugh.
So
Yep.
let's see
We've
what.
got a 9. So it appears
Drops it
unofficially,
low.
We have to wait for a final determination, but it appears unofficially that Jamilee may have taken the match. Congratulations.
We'll get the officials out there to take a quick look at that and give us the official score. But it looks like Jamilee's going to move on.
Jamie, you look so calm. You look so calm up here. How old are you? 18. How long have you been shooting? 4 years. 4 years? Excellent. Well, congratulations to you.
Some kind
Jamilee
words from
appears
Kara
in
there,
this
trying to
60
settle
years
down
old.
Jamilee.
There's a steal up here. Nice shooting.
calm.
Both of you have shot extremely well and
Holding it together
shown
pretty solid for somebody who's only 18 years old, I think she just said. I'm sure being on that shooting stage isn't
Still-
quite as
Get off of the
quite as
platform.
Still on that adrenaline rush.
Absolutely.
It's hard to describe the feeling that you have up here, and the adrenaline just wants to go, go, go. But you've got to hold your nerve.
Exactly. Yeah. Described it perfectly.
Well, as a fellow competitor archer, congratulations. Both of you put a heck of a show on. $250 for your afternoon here. Congratulations for 4th place. And you may step down. Let's give her a hand. Resa Cohn.
$250 paycheck for 4th
Not
place
bad.
today. We're going to step aside for just a second here at the Lancaster Archery Classic. Please stay tuned. We have more matches to follow.
Welcome back. We are super excited to be back here at the Lancaster Archery Classic. I'm here with Chuck Cooley, and we are super excited for this afternoon's matches.
This is making out to be a great afternoon so far, Teresa. Hi, everybody. Chuck Cooley here with you live from the Lancaster Archery Classic, the True Ball XL Archery Hall at Spooky Nook Sports Complex. We are in the Win and Win booth. We have a booth this year.
We
How
have
cool
a booth.
is that?
We are super excited. We are on. We're in this hall, and right now we're watching the next matchup. This is the Women's Open Division, and of course Jamilee Moore just went right through her last match, did a beautiful job, and now she's shooting against Ashley Ensley, who opens up with a nice 11 out to the side.
Jamilee in a groove. Finished pretty well here in her last match.
And what's interesting about this competition, of course, is that we have people who are kind of getting warmed up as they stay out here shooting. So, Jamilee was out here in the first match in the division. Now, she'll have to shoot her way through 3 competitors to win this title. But the reality is that if she's able to do that, she's good and warmed up by the end. And if she practices faithfully in her spare time, then she's not fatigued by the end of that last match. So, it could be a real advantage for her versus someone like Ashley, who's coming out here a little bit cold.
Exactly. And they've been able to go out and practice on the warm-up bales. So it's a similar setup, but the lighting is different, the staging is different. Ashley comes right out, shoots 10, 11, 11.
She shot really super well. Looks like Jamilee still has someone in the coach's box there with her. We're not sure who that is with her. And it looks like Ashley is on her own during this match. But of course, we're going to hear some commentary from Rob.
Jamilee has a left 9. All right. As the newcomer up here, we want to go over your gear. I see that you've got an Archer logo on your bow. So I love to see that. There we go. And it looks like you're shooting one of the new Matthews. You've got the True Ball XL sight and
Face stinger stabilizers. I have bee stinger stabilizers. This is actually a Chill R with Chill X limbs. I call it the Chill Rex. I build it. I shoot some bee stingers, Stand Release, Excel Sight, Shrewdhausen, and LP Light.
Very nice.
What arrows are you running?
The Victories, 25s.
Very nice. Very nice. You shoot a lot of 3D as well?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Well, welcome to the Lancaster Archery Classic stage. Okay, let's take a look at the scores. Unofficially, we have Ashley Ensley, 33, Jamilee Moore, 27.
We're seeing some great shooting from these ladies, and you know, it's such a testament to the quality of shooting in the women's divisions that we're seeing these scores get higher and higher. These matches are getting tighter year after year. There's a tremendous level of talent in the women's open division. It's going to be interesting to see whether Ashley can pull this off against a very tough competitor in Jamilee Moore.
Absolutely. Ashley is a 11th place qualifier this year and then made her way through the eliminations rounds. Last year she finished in 28th position, never made it to the eliminations, and she will lead off this second end of scoring. Larry gives him a wave, the clock starts, and again 20 seconds to shoot these shots. As soon as the arrow breaks, the clock starts for the next archer.
Next door prize we're giving away is from Win and Win.
We have she's getting those shots off about 8 or 9 seconds.
And a cushion plunge.
So it's going to be interesting to see now Jamilee, of course, shooting that beautiful purple-blue bow. She's got a purple and green string material, and you may be thinking, well, is it possible to color coordinate all my archery gear? Yes, it is. And just watch these archers out here. A lot of them are really focused on kind of getting a color combination going. Here's Ashley, and let's see how she. It was a quick shot, but she drilled it, Chuck.
She
Look
made
at that.
Look really smooth.
She did a really nice job.
Really comfortable.
So here's Jamilee. She's shooting that custom bow equipment sight. Running some big fat arrows on there. She's definitely going to be able to catch some lines with those. And it looks like Ashley struggled just a little bit to get the bow back that time. Let's see what she does.
She's going to be tight against the clock there. She's at 10 seconds before she even gets the bow drawn back.
She's going to have to get this shot off really fast.
She's already at 5, 4, 3. She gets it off.
And she pulls off a 10. That is not bad.
Nice job recovering there, Ashley.
Great shot.
And I will say that Ashley looks a little bit nervous while Jamie looks pretty collected, and that is the advantage of getting out here and getting warmed up on that stage. She shoots an 11.
She really needed that, I think, to kind of get some energy back underneath her. She missed a couple of her first arrows.
You're starting to look like you're relaxing a little bit, shooting good, strong shots. Way to go. And for you, that was a great recovery there with you know, the arrows and things like that. Great job.
Thank you. I just wanted to go both ways. Check it out. Head down there.
Well, you only had 3 seconds left when the shot broke.
I was like, come on.
You held it together fantastically. Ashley, how long have you been shooting? Because you look super calm up here as well.
About 6 years.
What got you started in archery?
My local high school has a sportsman's club, and they had an archery team, and I was always interested in it, but I didn't shoot it then. So I started shooting when I was about 21. Then I ended up coaching it. So that was really cool.
So you're also a coach?
I don't do it anymore. I coach individuals now, but not the school team anymore.
Wonderful. Well, great.
So we're just going to see a nice replay here of that drawback, and you can see Ashley just sort of struggles. She's drawn real low, struggles a little bit to get that bow back, Chuck.
Yeah, her arrow fell to the inside of the rest, and it was tough for her to get it back up. But she got it popped back onto the rest and was able to get the shot executed with just a few seconds left on the clock. And again, she was able to pound that next arrow. And the important thing here to remember is that clock, that timing out. You know, that's always in the back of the archer's head there. They've only got 20 seconds. There's really no time for a letdown. Really no time for, oh, she struggled again. The arrow popped off on the inside. She's holding it together well. Oh, she's going to time out on this one. Her arrow just fell off the string.
Oh, that's going to be tough for her.
Hold it together now. You can see she's getting worked up just a little bit. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nope.
And that's going to be a 0. She timed out on that arrow. It will not score.
So let's talk a little bit about.
Which means that you just missed the time, on that shot. So that arrow will not count.
And Rob does confirm with her that it will not count.
So, you know, to talk to the folks at home a little bit, you may be looking and saying, well, why is she struggling to pull her bow back? And some of that may be that her form, you know, she's clearly very comfortable. She's made it into the shoot down. She's clearly very comfortable drawing her bow. Something may be changing a little bit in her form right now because she is under pressure. She is nervous. You know, that may be making a difference in the way she draws that bow. But look at that 11.
What a recovery.
That's an amazing recovery. That's what we really look to see.
You know, it's unfortunate that she had that pop off of there like that because clearly she recovered well.
And
Jamilee came out with an 11 on her first arrow. Good solid 10 there.
Yep.
Ashley's lost another arrow off. She's trying to hold it together. You can tell she's super nervous.
She is nervous.
That's the pressure of this stage and the pressure of this shoot.
Absolutely, and you can see the stabilizers
moving. She got it off and hit the 11 on her last arrow.
That was beautiful. She really did a nice job. That's a lot of pressure for her, and you've got to give Ashley credit for how she held herself.
Jamilee with a wide line. Yeah, it's unfortunate to see her have that kind of a struggle. You know she's going to go home and she's going to work on that. Maybe, you know, get that bow tuned in a little better, get her form tuned in a little better. We'll have Rob chat with her in just a minute here.
And getting the job done. You had 1 second left. It was a nice job there. You did a great job.
Well, the top one happens like a little shaky.
Well, you certainly shot some good arrows there. You wanna say a word about what you saw there, Kara, and you can relate to that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, in that kind of situation, you just want to pull yourself together and come back and shoot 11 like she did, and then be able to get the shot off on that last arrow is impressive. And you're trying to get through these matches and do the best you can. And so, way to keep it together, Ashley, and wish you the best here on the last match.
Okay,
yeah,
we're down to
the last
our
one.
Oh my goodness, look at this. With all of that, I lost track of who was doing what, and we've got an 85-86 match with Jamilee leading by 1 point. Wow. So the match is certainly closed. It's 85-86. Jamilee will have the choice of shooting first or second. Chooses to shoot first and lead off.
So we're going to see here how she struggles a little bit to get that shot off. She has to prop the arrow back on the arrow rest, and ultimately she still hits the 11.
She got it off in time.
She just manages to do it. But she has for sure been struggling with drawing the bow tonight, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
Okay, that's a 9 low left.
Even with that miss,
she's still she built so much equity for herself at the beginning of this match that. And look at her, she keeps hitting the 11, Chuck.
On the left side for
if she can keep it together here through these next couple of arrows.
Good solid shot. Looks like it's just a little bit left of the X and the 10.
Let's see what she does here. And 10.
That's going to be a 10.
With the 10 of her own. So
we got a tie match.
Arrow actually has a 1 point lead.
A wide just left for a 9.
That could hurt.
She does have a 1 point lead going into this last arrow. And an 11.
Unbelievable, Chuck.
Holy cow. I don't think I've ever seen that.
That's amazing.
Jamilee, third place, $450 for your afternoon. You put on a great show. You had some incredible shots. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
How are you holding
up? Thank you for
up?
your assistance.
I'm good.
Are you good?
I'm good.
Wow, what a match.
Ashley, incredible job
to lose
there.
an arrow off the bow like that, have it fall at your feet, and get a 0. And she gets this Gets that thumb set, pulls right through it. Good follow through.
What? She's
Wow.
a heck of a talented shooter. She really is.
That's really incredible to see that kind of a win.
Coming up, it'll be a good friend of ours from Canada, Katie Roth from Ontario. Katie shoots a PSC bow, and I've known Katie for quite a few years. I believe Katie's the school teacher up in Ontario, and I can tell you I've known Katie a long time, and she's one of the hardest working gals out there in the sport.
I'm excited to see this
Katie,
match,
would you
quite
like
frankly.
to shoot left or right? Left, okay. Go ahead and take the left stage. And would you like to shoot first or second?
First.
She chooses to lead.
And we're right back into this match. It's the very first arrow of the match.
Ooh, look at her, Chuck. She opens up with an 11.
Katie Roth from Canada. Absolute, one of my favorite archers, close friend of mine. She's doing great. Ashley answers with an 11 right behind her.
Nice job, Ashley. It looks like she's found her groove pretty quickly. Let's see what Katie Roth is going to do against a very tough opponent. Ashley's had a chance to warm up and work the nerves out. Katie's coming in cold. What difference is that going to make? We don't know.
Well, hopefully Ashley's got those nerves worked out with the arrow falling off the rest. Ooh, a little bit of a creep there. Did you see it?
Wow, that's going to hurt her, Chuck. She's out in the 7.
I don't think Katie's the type shooter that's going to let her get away with that. Katie's very solid. She qualified second this year with a 634. Last year she finished 15th. 2016, Katie finished in 4th.
Ooh.
And 2014, she finished in 20th place.
There's a lot of shaking going on, Chuck. Let's note that
Yeah.
you can see the ladies' hands, both of them. There's a little bit of vibration there. There's some nerves for sure. And let's face it, either of us would be super nervous up on that stage.
Ashley's the queen of recovery. I can tell you that. Rob's going to get some words here from Katie now that she's up on the stage.
Well, I'm shooting for BSC, shoot a Supra, shooting the True Ball Carbon Achieve, shooting a blade, release, AE sight, vanes.
Very good. I see you're shooting Carbon Express X-Busters.
Yeah,
Very nice looking setup.
We switched to the X-Buster, so I was shooting the CXLs, but
You-
I wanted to.
You were shooting a little bit lighter arrow, the CXL, and now switched to the X-Buster arrow, and they seem to be working very well. Great opening end. And Ashley, very nice shooting. You got 2 excellent shots there, one that got away from you a little bit, but as you know, you can come back from that, can't you?
Sometimes sevens. Sometimes you get a lucky number 7, so maybe it'll be lucky for the rest of them 11s. You never know.
You wish for lots of 7s in Vegas, right, on the slot machine.
That's right. Make up the money there.
Take a quick look. That's the one that got away from her. You can see it in her face right there. She knew it. You could see that double clutch just a little bit. She crept up on that shot, tried to recover from it, and, oftentimes that doesn't result really, really well. Katie, shooting a little bit smaller arrow. She's shooting the, I think Rob said those are X-Busters. I'm not 100% sure. But that's generally recognized as a 23 diameter shaft or a 9.3 millimeter. It's FIDA legal. Katie shoots an awful lot of the FIDA type shooting or the World Archery type shooting. Yeah. Probably shouldn't use the FIDA word, but a lot of people are
dating yourself a little bit there, Chuck.
I am.
And look at that. Katie opens up with a really solid, looks like a low 11, maybe to 10. She may have just caught that 11. We're not sure. But here comes Ashley. She was so solid last time, but now she's in that low right 9, and of course she had a tough shot earlier. Now the gap between these two archers is not super huge right now, but it's still a surmountable gap. But Ashley's going to have to step it up a little bit.
She's probably going to catch the 10 with that one. And again, this is for the win. This is for the win in this division. This is the Women's Open division. This is for first and second. Katie looking nice and strong, elbow straight back there.
Katie's got a 9, just out left.
Gives her a little bit of a door there. She's sitting on the 29. Ashley could tie it with an 11.
Ashley capitalizes on it with an 11, picks up 2 points and just that 1 error. Okay,
So she tied on that end, but it's still a 3-point lead for Katie.
I like to, get down there at the bottom and just have to drag myself up, apparently, I gave myself a lot of hard stuff today.
You're doing well when you have to. Yeah. Nice shooting. Carol?
So Katie, how long have you been shooting?
I started when I was 6. My dad got me into it. Started with the 3D side, and then 2011 moved to target, and now I'm kind of figuring out if I want to go back to 3D, stay with target.
Well, you know what my vote would be.
Yeah, 3D.
Well, great to have you out here. Great to hear that you started at such a young age and obviously have a huge passion for this sport.
Yeah, I do for sure. Dad's at home, he can't shoot, so pulled muscles in his arm. So now they're watching me shoot.
Well, shout out to Dad.
Yeah, for sure.
Excellent. Congratulations on being here.
Katie, I noticed that your Facebook posts are full of your work and your diet, and you've taken being a serious athlete and that commitment. You've been incredible with that. You want to describe that a little bit?
Well, I started a program, like a health and fitness program in May. I feel that it's totally helped my shooting, my confidence-wise, my energy. So, yeah.
Very good. All right, let's put it to work.
We're going to take a look at Katie's arrows here. All 3 of her shots, that low 10, wide 10, wide 9.
So she's out to the left a little bit, Chuck, and that's got to make you wonder if she's going to make some sight adjustments or if she did just make a sight adjustment. For the folks listening at home, if you're questioning how moving your sight might change your shot, the answer is it sort of tricks you. You follow the miss. You're going to follow the arrow that's going out to wherever you don't want it to go. It's going to trick you basically into moving your arm in the direction it needs to be so that you'll hit the center.
Exactly. It's sighting it in just like a rifle.
Beautiful aggressive shot from Katie Roth. She really did a nice job with that one. Now let's see what Ashley does. This is a fairly close match if she pulls off an 11.
She does. She tightens it up. She had a 3-point gap she needs to cover. She just picked up one there. Katie's making good, strong shots. That's likely why they're landing just a touch left. She's pulling through it well, executing well.
This is a 1-point match, Chuck.
That
could even it up.
Right on the line between the 10 and 9 range.
I think she caught that 10, but it's going to be interesting to see what Ashley does here.
Ooh, that's low for a 9.
That is a 9, just out.
Katie needs to land one in the center here to put the pressure on her. She does.
Beautiful shot. Nice job. Gorgeous 11.
Looks pretty stable there. Nice, clean, smooth shot. Just dropped a little low.
Let's see what the scorekeeper said.
We'll get some official scores posted here in just a second. Tighten you guys up with the match. Really exciting to see this level of competition amongst the ladies. And again, this is the non-professional division. The adrenaline is it's a crazy thing up there, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
Great job. Great job to both of you. You can be very proud of the way you're shooting. It's one of the toughest stages in the world of indoor archery for sure. As Rob said there, it is one of the toughest stages in indoor archery. There's a room full of people. I know when we started this morning's broadcast with the first shoot-up, the room wasn't very full, but now the chairs are very full. The room looks great. So you've got a lot of bright lights on you, a lot of people watching. You take a look here. She's got that arrow falling to the inside again. She gets it up, gets it off, drops just a little low there. So coming into the last end, it's a 3-point lead for Katie.
Larry gets the okay. Katie will lead. Good strong shot from here to put the pressure on Ashley.
Got a little bit of a longer hold time on this one.
Timing is off on this one, yeah, you could tell. Yep. Rob reminds her that she held a little bit long. Kind of lets her know what's going on.
Let's see what Ashley can do here. This is a...
Ashley made that look really smooth, but man, she missed it high right. A little bit of a push there in her heel of her hand.
Little bit of shaking there. You can see it in her face. There's a lot of tension. She still manages to shoot the 10, but man, you can tell that there's a lot at stake for these ladies right now.
Tall 9. Just kind of dug herself a little bit of a hole here. Katie just needs to execute a good shot, get this one out of the bow, get it on target, execute a good score. And she does. She finishes with a solid X, and that'll be the match.
Let's see what Ashley does here. You got to give a lot of credit to Ashley. She's shot a couple of really nice matches today, despite with a tremendous comeback.
Big thunderous applause from the crowd. You can tell that there's a lot of people in the room watching what's going on. And I'm sure this room will fill right up. You can see the leaderboard there, see how everybody progressed. And that'll put Katie for the win in the women's open division. Congratulations to her, and congratulations to Ashley for finishing second. We're going to step aside for just 1 second and reset the field. Coming up next, we have the Masters Open. We're here live at the Lancaster Archery Classic, True Ball XL Archery Hall.
Introducing the new tank series brought to you by the industry leader Carbon Express. Dominate the competition with forgiveness and accuracy that has never before been achieved in a large diameter target arrow. Featuring class-leading 360-degree spine consistency as well as front and rear end braking strength that makes Tank Series the premier arrow choice for large diameter shafts. Change the game with Carbon Express.